My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. The other production guy, Andrew's brother, youngest brother, he didn't even stay for finish his training. All right, next week. This might be part 2, okay? I'm gonna continue. Queen Elizabeth II said it was imperative that Harry and Meghan receive effective security against extremists. Today, Harry faces documented threat. The Risk Management Board has paused without explanation, and Buckingham Palace wants the story to be about invitation. Who changed the plan? Alright, so let's listen to him.
After everything that happened to Princess Diana, you would think the British royal family would have learned one lesson. Never gamble with a family member's safety. Prince Harry was invited to stay at Buckingham Palace. He accepted, then the invitation was pulled. According to Prince Harry's spokesperson, the offer was withdrawn after he accepted it, and after private security arrangements had already been made. The palace disputes that account. The palace says Prince Harry changed his mind too late. What the hell does that even mean? Was there a countdown clock on the invitation? Did it self-destruct after 24 hours? You're talking about accommodating the king's son at Buckingham Palace. Let's lay out the facts. An ITV...
Okay, I truly believe they offer Harry, okay, the palace sent out a proposal for Harry. Harry looked at it, and then Harry sent his counter proposal. Probably made some changes and said, we want this to be done, or if you can provide the security. I'm taking for example, where they when Harry flew to the UK, when it was announced that his father had cancer. When he flew over there right away, they offer him, the palace offer Harry to stay at the palace. Okay, with all this sidetrack here, I truly believe they did that. The cancer thing, I don't think Charles really have cancer. I think they set that up, that cancer thing, to do that particular thing where they for Harry to quickly come over there and then to give him that unsecure location to do whatever that they need to do to prevent the lawsuit from moving forward. But they, just like anything else, everything adjusts and readjusts. So when Harry, when they sent the counter proposal back to the palace, probably the same offer put him on a location where it's not secure. So Harry probably sent his counter proposal and said, okay, you don't have to provide me with security, but I'm going to bring my security to stay at a certain post to monitor who's coming in or who's coming out. Then the palace probably said no, and Harry took his time and said, okay, if you're not gonna accept my security, then forget it. That's what I think happened. And then the palace turned it around, claiming they want to be on top. Okay, the palace wants to show command that they rejected it, but it could easily be Harry who rejected it. Alright, so, and they know Harry is not gonna talk back because it's so petty, it doesn't even make sense to argue about it. But anyway, I'm gonna move it back.
Changed his mind too late. What the hell does that even mean? Was there a countdown clock on the invitation? Did it self-destruct after 24 hours? You're talking about accommodating the king's son at Buckingham Palace. Let's lay out the facts. An ITV news report says Prince Harry faces elevated risks from terrorist threats while in the UK. Those threats reportedly include one linked to Al-Qaeda, along with several other credible threats originating inside Britain. His security team was briefed. because the risks were serious. What's remarkable is this isn't even a new concern. Court documents revealed that Queen Elizabeth II considered it imperative that Harry and Meghan continue to receive effective security against extremists. A letter written on her behalf after the Sandringham Summit also said ensuring the Duke and Duchess of Sussex remained safe was of paramount importance to Her Majesty and her family. So what changed? Because somewhere between Queen Elizabeth saying their security was imperative and paramount, Prince Harry lost public-funded security. The Risk Management Board, the RMB, suddenly paused without explanation. Prince Harry is still fighting for the protection he believes his family needs. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet still cannot safely travel through the UK. And now we're debating whether Buckingham Palace withdrew an invitation because Harry supposedly accepted too late. After everything that happened to Princess Diana, protecting members of his family should never be treated like an administrative inconvenience. Instead, security concerns continue to be questioned, delayed, debated, and explained away. If the institution learned anything from Diana's tragedy, this isn't what learning looks like. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla is posing with J.K. Rowling, who is one of the most divisive public figures on LGBTQIA issues. A Confederate flag was photographed on the Sandringham estate. Whether intentional or not, institutions are judged by what they publicly embrace, what they ignore, and what they refuse to address. Every decision shapes public trust. Prince Harry isn't asking for special treatment. He's asking for a level of protection the late Queen herself believed imperative. Who do you think was behind these last-minute decisions, and why? And that's the read. If you like your tea hot, share it, save your seat, and follow for more. This is the Notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out. After everything that happened to Princess...
Alright, it's all good because now the world sees that Charles and Williams are a piece of shit. The outcry is loud. Alright, so let's see here. The royals are liars, manipulators, and evil thugs. He tags those people. You could pause and read that. Okay, Charles has again shown why he's known as King Charles the Cruel. Read royal hospitality. My ass, there's that. Who indeed a 9-year brainwashing hate campaign against Prince Harry and Meghan Markle by British media and royal family alike. Never seen so much evil inflicted on two human and so viciously and with such mendacity. Alright, so there's all of that. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, they pretty much reveal themselves. If, for instance, the institution is no longer there, so when they're coming out and crying that they need security, they could just play exactly the same thing they are doing to Harry. Alright, David Sherborne arrived at Invictus Game event. This man is a hero. Alright, 7 seconds. Let's see.
Any reaction, Mr. Sherborne?
Alright, so that's that. Absolutely. Can I be shallow and say that cute to she? There's the laugh here. You and me both. There's all of that. Harry has good people around him. His brother has to settle fist bumps with mascot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do I love this man so much? Lawyers, I will admire till my last breath. Tom Messer, who still looks out for MJ's kids. Okay, David Sherborne looking after the people's prince and Diana's heir. Well, he's getting good money. He's not doing it for free too. Keep that in mind. You can tell he is pissed and determined to fix things. I'm so glad he has. Prince Harry's back. Again, he's doing his job as a lawyer, and people, plus they don't like to lose. That's true. I believe. Let me grab his name. He was the one who represent Johnny Depp case. Yeah, alright, so did David Sherborne represent Johnny Depp case in the UK? Yes, a high-profile libel barrister David Sherborne represented Johnny Depp and his 2020 UK libel against news group newspaper. This video is gonna be part 1 and part 2. I did say that the same key players and Johnny Depp's, okay, are the same group in this case as well with Harry. Okay, Sherborne represents Johnny Depp, lead barrister during the high-profile court proceeding at the Royal Court Justice in London. Okay, Harry and his privacy phone and all of that. So there's that. I just wanted to see if he was the same barrister. I knew it was, but for the sake of backing up my whatever I'm saying. Working like I don't give a shit. What a loser. Any decent lawyer would have said, drop it, Herbert. Well, he had a case. He won 2 previous. The system is not blind. Okay, they're picking through and giving what do you call this? Giving preferable treatment to certain group of people. Okay, defend their cases. Okay, yes, David Sherborne exposed how these tabloids operate, not just to celebrities but everyday hardworking people. Yeah, I remember when he attended the Invictus Games 10 years service of Thanksgiving at St. Paul's to support Harry, a genuine gesture of support, a good man. Alright, next tweet. I think I mentioned something. He probably wanted to say something to Harry and used that moment because Harry was very busy. I don't know. I always have something to say. Alright, next tweet. Prince Harry and Baroness Doreen Lawrence statement on their case against the Daily Mail. Quote, this judgment represents a complete reversal of the position which previous judges have taken in relation to the hacking claim successfully brought against both NGN and Mirror Group. Okay, I'm gonna read it here for the first time. I read part of it when I was taking screenshot to share with you on my community board, so I'm reading it completely now. Alright, let's go into it. Statement by Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex and Baroness Lawrence. Quote, we came to court seeking justice and accountability, but we have received neither. This judgment represents a complete reversal of the position which previous judges have taken in relation to the hacking claim successfully brought against both News Group newspapers and Mirror Group newspapers, who were represented by, at the time, the judge who made this decision. So it was the same judge who was looking over the previous 2 cases. Generic findings about various private investigators that were held by the courts and these parallel claims to have carried out unlawful activities at the very same time in relation to similar stories and well-known individuals have been wholly ignored. The fact that this court has chosen to dismiss them represent an inconsistency which is hard to understand or reconcile with common sense or the evidence heard in the courtroom itself. It is a complete and obvious whitewash, but sadly not altogether unexpected. However, the length to which the court has gone to exonerate the Mail is as shocking as it is totally unwarranted. When the court says there is not sufficient evidence of wrongdoing, despite the document showing otherwise, then one does wonder how justice was ever going to be achieved. One needs not look past when a private investigator the Mail used actually admitted on tape to having unlawfully blagged Baroness Lawrence, or when a journalist recorded the name of the private investigators she used to find out about highly sensitive medical information that even the Mail was too worried to publish, or when another private investigator emailed one of the journalists with the actual British Airways seat number and ticketing details for a young girl simply visiting her boyfriend in return for payment. It feels here like one rule for the newspapers and another for the claimants. While the claimants represent evidence, Mail journalists simply gave denials and the court chose uncritically to believe them, even in the face of inconsistencies, contradictions, and blatant untruth that were obvious to neutral observers in court when compared to the documents. We presented to the court evidence which we believe was compelling at the time and remains so now. We would like to thank our legal team for all their hard work and all the witnesses who were brave enough to come forward in the pursuit of justice. Yeah, they played. It's pretty much showing who they are. Again, this is the same group who, some of them, who were in the Johnny Depp defendant thing. How was this allowed? How can the judge be the lawyer for the Daily Mail and previous cases? That is just crazy. Yeah, all of this is pretty much showing the fraud, yeah, that's the word, the fraud that is going on over there. Alright, he will always be a winner in my eyes. It takes a lot of courage to stand up against your father's British media. Too bad they lost their case against the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday, but I'm proud of them all, especially Prince Harry, seeing how his father, brother, mother-in-law, and sister-in-law sleep with the British media, especially the Daily Mail. For positive coverage, Prince Harry showed backbone instead of sleeping with the British media. For positive coverage like the others, he decided to stand up against them and take them to court for their illegal practices. For doing that, I will always be proud of him. Okay, Prince Harry cracked a joke just minutes after learning of major court loss during London appearance. Despite losing a legal case against the UK newspaper publisher, the Duke of Sussex smiled and waved as he stepped out in London. Okay, so that was yesterday. It wasn't minute after finding out. Both sides will have known since Thursday. Yes, you're right. A little irony. This case in particular, it was something he was doing for his entire family in mediocre Britain. Are there any judges who aren't royalists? They made their case. Alright. In the big picture, I'm reminded Montecito has been a great home for them, friends who've embraced them, people who protect each of them from prying eyes. Sometimes you have to make your family when the one you born into sucks. Okay, well said. And when he leaves this country behind, he still have the better life than that hateful royal family who clearly full control over the media. Spot on. There's the thumbs up. Alright, so this is my last tweet for this video. This recording have two parts, part 1 and part 2. That's right, it's bad Dad King Charles from now on. That's how he should be addressed. There's all those hashtags. Buckingham Palace is 828,820 square feet and has 52 guest bedrooms, but suddenly there's no room for the king's son. The king will also not provide security for his son and his family. Bad Dad King Charles feeds Prince Harry to the wolves. Okay, take away the title Dad. He hasn't earned it. Alright. Be thankful that Harry was not trapped in BP. He may not have seen the light of day. Yeah, and I think this is what happened. He probably said, I'm going to bring my security. And they disagree with that. Alright. Don't forget that he and his mistress hired the failed comms director, their communication secretary. It's going so well so far. I don't follow the others, so I don't know what's going on with that. My question is, why all of these houses being given to them, taxpayers are paying for the people who have never worked a day in their lives to live in these homes, while billions of people around the UK don't even have a single room to sleep. Don't make sense. Okay, bad Dad did, but glad BP was taking off the table, which will have come as no surprise to Harry. Alright, so that is this. Let's do a prayer for, let's do safety. I don't know. Anything here I could read? Okay, Heavenly Father, I come before you today acknowledging you as my refuge and my fortress. Thank you for being my shield and my defender. I ask for your divine protection over my life, my health, and my loved ones. Cover us with your wings and keep us safe from all harm, both seen and unseen. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. New subscriber, welcome. Alright, I'm gonna do another video. This might be on PYTE. That's another channel that I have. I'm gonna start with this, where we're gonna focus mostly of the Invictus. Okay, and if there are any videos, alright, where I don't have to put screenshots, I'm gonna put it on my third video, my third channel, our Part of Pure Service, where I could show the videos without any interruption. But for PYTE and IP Team Sussex, when I share videos, I have to manipulate the videos so YouTube don't block it. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.